When I moved to the Dominican Republic, there was a lot that I didn't know. So today I'm going to share some of the things that I had no idea I needed to buy.
Hello, hola, it's Yonny and Kayla. Hola, hello from the DR of Buffalo.
After moving to the Dominican Republic last year, there are many things that I've learned, and there were a lot of things that I didn't even know existed, let alone things that I needed to buy. Right, number one, screens on all of the windows. I guess this is something I just never thought about. The houses that I lived in just had screens already on the windows, so I didn't even think about it at all. But yeah, when I got my apartment and there were no screens on the windows, that was a rough couple months. There were no screens on any of the windows, and I was like, I need screens. I had screens before I had an actual bed. I was sleeping on an air mattress. So that's how important screens are. We have two huge windows, two smaller windows, and then a tiny window in the bathroom, and that was 9,000 pesos for all of them. So that was definitely worth it, a very worthy investment. And we also got a screen from Amazon to put on the door. That's magnetic and it opens and closes. Mosquitoes are everywhere. Number two is a Domex account. Domex is actually free itself. Like, the account is free, but they ship whenever you want from Miami to San Pedro. They have a location in San Pedro, and then it costs $2 per pound about. And Domex is very important because we don't get mail. Like, the mailman doesn't drive around and deliver mail. And basically I just get things that I can't find here. Number three, bathroom command hooks. Not command hooks with the normal strips, bathroom strips, like the adhesive that is waterproof, because I hung command hooks on the walls and the strips totally just fell off from the humidity. So they need to be the special strips for the bathroom, and I can only put them on the doors. Like, I don't know if you can see them on the door. I can put them on the door or on the tile in the bathroom. If I stick anything to the wall, it falls off because the walls are cement and they're not totally flat. So if you're moving to a very humid place, definitely get yourself some of those. Number four, a clothes rack or a clothesline, because we have a roof, but it's always locked. So we also needed to get a rack, and then we have a clothesline. But racks are very hard to find. I can only find them in the stores certain times of the year. Sometimes they're not anywhere to be found. So that happens a lot. Things are at the store sometimes, and then sometimes they're not. Just because everything has to get imported, and so it just takes a while for things to restock sometimes. Next, we had to buy storage protectors. We needed to buy a couple for the microwave, the fridge, and then we have an extra one for our computer and then our projector, because there are power surges a lot. Every time, not every time, but usually when the power goes out, there will be a power surge. So we have to unplug everything unless it's in a surge protector. So that was one of the most important things. And when we needed a surge protector for the fridge, because it started making weird noises when the power was going out a lot, they were out of stock. So we ended up getting it on Amazon, shipped through Domex. But usually you should be able to find a surge protector here. Another thing that I had to buy was a lot of sun protection. So I needed to buy a special umbrella because the normal umbrella does not protect from the sun at all. The sun goes right through the umbrella. You would think that it would block the sun, but no, it doesn't. So I had to get a special SPF umbrella. I had to buy several large hats for when we go out in the sun. I had to get special sunscreen that was hypoallergenic. So I had to invest in a lot of things to protect my skin from the sun. Another thing I had to buy, which I had no idea about until I moved here, was all of the hypoallergenic things that I need. I had no idea that I was allergic to certain bug sprays because Buffalo, New York doesn't really have mosquitoes, so I never used bug spray. until I came here. But anyway, I have to buy certain bug sprays. Certain bug sprays give me an allergic reaction. Then once I started using sunscreen every day, I realized that I'm allergic to a lot of different sunscreens, even baby sunscreen, hypoallergenic sunscreen. So I have to get a special one with zinc. I also am allergic to certain detergents, so the powder detergent, that's nice and cheap. I can't use that. I have to buy the more expensive hypoallergenic detergent for my clothes. So if you have sensitive skin, you're probably gonna need to invest in some more expensive products if you live in a tropical climate. And then another thing we have to pay for is just a fumigator. I didn't know that we have to fumigate our apartment. We have to do it every 6 months, otherwise the cockroaches and the termites come. So every 6 months we have to pay for a fumigator, but it's only like 1,500 pesos, I believe, for our small apartment. So it's not too expensive, but we also have to buy a lot of bug sprays like Raid, cockroach spray, ant spray, spider spray for the little tarantulas that keep climbing up the wall and getting into our windows after it rains. So, I mean, if you like living with bugs, then you'll save a lot of money, but I can't do that. And then last but not least, we just have to buy a lot of candles, battery lights, and those battery cell phone chargers for when the power goes out. Eventually we would like to get an inverter which would give us some electricity when the power goes out, which I didn't even know that existed. But right now we can do without it. I can't believe I almost forgot about the bug zapper. You need a bug zapper. If you live someplace with thousands of mosquitoes that are everywhere, just waiting to bite you. So yeah, those are some of the things that I've had to buy since moving to the Dominican Republic. If you have any other things that you thought of that I forgot, let me know. That's all.
I'm doing fine, so ease your worried mind. Sit back and close your eyes. Yeah, this land is a paradise, and the people are so very nice. I'm happier than I've ever been.